all doing tonight? Hello, Sir Jacob. Hello, is anyone here? Karumi. Karumi is here. How are you doing, Karumi? Hope everybody is doing all right. All right. Let me. Okay. We also have LCX. Is LCX here? No, not yet. We got a couple things from Karumi though. Mega Man, Game Boy games come to Switch tomorrow. Prediction, gift, Nintendo for. Okay. With friends. Yeah. Yeah, Nintendo Direct. I saw that was happening. I didn't know exactly when, but should be interesting. Alexa, turn off Logan's room lights. Yeah, the Mega Man games definitely would be nice to see on. Oh my God! Wow, that is loud on my end. How is the volume on your end? Oh, you can't. Hang on, you can't hear or see it. What the hell? Oh my God! Hang on. I'm now just realizing I never plugged it into the capture device. Is this gonna work? Am I gonna have to reset the capture device? I hope not. Or reset OBS. I hope not. To reset OBS. Shit. I did not realize the it was not there initially. I don't think I've heard this much of the song before. Interesting. Ah, here we go. I think I got it. Okay, I did not need to restart OBS. Got there at the end. That can be turned down a little bit, I think. Audio at least. Actually, no, turn it up a little bit. under halfway, but I think that's probably fine. Alright. Oh my god. Oh, cool. This isn't working now. Shit. Gotta do this again. Fuck. I was doing like some scraping and stuff earlier, so I didn't have time to test this, which I should have. I found that going into desktop mode and then coming out seems to do the trick. Hello, Ketsu. Also, hello, Zombie. How are you? You tried Gacha Force on GameCube, hacked at a game store. It's like virtual on. I think I played Gacha Force on stream a while ago. It might have actually been when I did my, Did I do it on GameCube stream? I can't remember. I feel like I did. Either that or just somebody requested it. It'll reload in a second. Give it a moment. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with the direct. I imagine all I'm gonna say is that don't hold your breath for anything exciting at the direct, because like I feel like Nintendo is probably gonna keep a low profile for at least the majority of this year. Imagine this kind of being like the 2016, like the year before Nintendo actually released their system or actually announced their system. Because like I think the Switch 2, we haven't even heard like much actual development news on whatever their follow-up system. We don't even have like a code name. So like I don't see Nintendo announcing a Switch 2 until like we actually get like some hardcore confirmation that it's in development. I don't believe we've had that at this point. I foresee like a Switch 2 actually being released, or not a Switch 2. I foresee a video game system of some kind actually being announced sometime in 2025 at the absolute earliest. Maybe very late 2024. So you think a new Nintendo console will come out in 2025? At the very earliest, that's what I see. You never hold your breath for the Rex in general. I mean, like, generally, I'd say they tend to be pretty interesting. I mean, if you're into Nintendo. Oh, fuck. It's. And this just froze. think. I'll give it a second, but I may need to, like, hard power down the Steam Deck. Yeah, I don't see them releasing a new system until 2025 at the absolute earliest. You agree, but only because Nintendo making a new console in 2024 would be a sensible move and doesn't like making sense. Mostly, well, I mean, like, again, we have like no actual concrete by okay, think about it this way. By this time in comparatively speaking, by this time in the Nintendo Switch's lifespan, we had like actual hardcore confirmation that it was being worked on. It was called Project NX. Okay. Yeah. We knew that it was called Project NX. We knew that it was, we had like some idea. We didn't maybe know exactly what the system was going to be like, but actually by this point I think we might have even like had an idea of like what the system was going to be like. Definitely like the Wii U was kind of like being teased for a long time before it was ultimately released. I remember there were E3 demos like a year and a half before that system actually came out, and we knew it was called. Honestly, like by this time, comparatively in the Wii U's development cycle, I don't even think it was called Project. I don't even think it was called Project Cafe. I think it was literally just called the Wii U at this point. And you had demos and shit. What the fuck? Sign in with your Steam. What? Cancel. I shouldn't have to log into Steam. Huh. That's not good. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna have to log back into Steam. Why would I expect Steam Deck to, like, work the way that it's supposed to? Thankfully, I should be able to just sign in with the app, and I don't have to like share all my sensitive info with all you hoodlums. I think. I hope. There we go. Yay! And I think I might need to go into desktop modes because otherwise it's not going to read my hard drive. Hello, Neo Phantom, by the way. Sorry, there's technical issues. Of course, why wouldn't there be? It is an LDP stream after all. Yep. I was smart to do this. There's not like a little line under the thing initially. That means it's not going to read the drive. And I have like my PSP games linked onto
my external hard drive because they apparently do not make drives any bigger than 1 terabyte, which means that I cannot. Yeah. Okay. ZX jump.
Okay. Relaunch. I don't know why it asked me to like re-log into Steam. It's as if like I'd never logged into this before. But if you were Nintendo, you wouldn't be Nintendo. Nintendo, I mean, like, look, I still argue, like, Nintendo, as compared to, like, the majority of the gaming industry, is still probably one of the more morally superior companies. Like, if you compare them to, like, EA or Ubisoft or Epic even, like, they're, like, Nintendo hasn't really been, like, pushing microtransactions in any of their, like, major AAA games, despite the fact that they honestly probably totally could get away with it. Yeah. They charge $70 for games that don't deserve it. I mean, yeah, but like at the same time, that's not like the most egregious thing. Like if you think like a game doesn't deserve to be $70, then don't buy it. Like that's not the most egregious thing in the gaming world. At least like when you pay $70 for a Nintendo game, at least so far you still own it. Honestly, like that does kind of piss me off that like Sony's doing that. I'm not gonna say like obviously like Nintendo has issues. I prefer Nintendo over Sony and Microsoft. I will admit I am biased, but like obviously Nintendo is not perfect. They clearly don't care about game preservation or the quality of their joysticks. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, they're fair enough. I mean, like Miyamoto and Fortnite. Fuck yeah. That'd be cool. You prefer them too, but at the low bar, you don't trust any of them. Fair enough, yeah. Well, I would say, like, definitely, like, I would say, like, Nintendo, like, for what it's worth, like, okay, of the 3 consoles, there is a reason to buy a Switch. Okay? I can't really say that about, like, about, like, the PS5. Like, what reason is there to buy a PS5 at this point? Like, what games can I play on PS5 that are good that I can't really play on PS4? Or even on, like, the Xbox or the Nintendo Switch? Or on Steam? Same with... I've always thought that about Microsoft. To be fair, like, Microsoft at least does have exclusives. Okay. Well, we got Cave Story working. All is right in the world. You know, can you really say that about anything? Like, Microsoft at least does have the exclusives, even if I'm not personally into them. I can at least say that. there a boss I need to fight? I'd say at this point, you're probably best getting into PC gaming, except Nintendo does have exclusives that are worth shit. So I'd say, like, there's really kind of no reason to buy... I'd say at this point, there really isn't much of a reason to buy a PS5. I would say, like, buy whatever the new Nintendo system is, because it's probably gonna have, like, the Mario and Zelda, if you're into that sort of thing. And aside from that, just get, like, a PC or a Steam Deck or, you know, a Rogue Ally or whatever you're into. Switch emulation. Yeah, but, like... At that point, you kind of get into, like, a moral kind of gray area for me. Like, I'm fine... Like, I've always said I'm kind of fine emulating. I've always been fine with emulating, providing these are games that aren't really making money anymore. Like... Well, I mean, Cave Story, I mean, I don't think the developer of Cave Story is gonna mind me. Like, it's an indie game. I think they've always kind of sort of embraced the modding scene. But you know what I mean, like, AAA games, I'd say, are a little bit of a different story, but, like, I don't know. Like, if a game is actively making money, I feel like a little bit wrong just pirating it. Just from, like, a moral perspective. That's sort of, like, my moral sort of limit, I suppose. Doesn't Sony have the PS5 Pro in the works? Maybe. If you need a PS5, it would be best to just hold out for that. Yeah, but that's gonna be more expensive. It's like the PS4 Pro, like... Ultimately, like, the PS4 Pro didn't really end up being all that useful. Like, yeah, it's more powerful, but I don't think there's any game that outright required the PS4 Pro. I could be wrong. For Nintendo, you feel no guilt at all? Fair enough. You say this as a very guilt-sensitive person. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's ultimately up to you. That's ultimately up to you and how you, you know, I can't tell you how to run your life. Even if I wanted to. For me, like, I can run, like, I obviously have the ability to run Switch emulation, and it runs amazingly well. I am genuinely amazed at how well Switch emulation works. Although, to be fair, maybe I shouldn't be that amazed. Like, I remember, like, you being able to do, like, DS emulation and GBA emulation, like, this late into those consoles' lifespans. And I guess the Switch is just sort of like the modern version of that. It's just, like, always, like, a strange feeling seeing, like, a modern console being able to be emulated full speed. Right? I'm pretty sure you could emulate GBA this late into the system's lifespan. it runs better than original Xbox emulation. Isn't that fucked? Like, I can't even run Blinks 2. I'll say this, though. Original Xbox emulation is starting to get really good. Because, like, I'd say most of the games I can run. At least on my Steam Deck. With some exceptions. Like, I've had issues with Blinks 2 running on Steam Deck. But, you know, like, I don't think that many people are, like, really holding their breath for Blinks 2 to run. It's just, like... I mean, it's literally, like, so irrelevant that Nintendo... Or, not Nintendo, Microsoft didn't even bother to, renew the copyright for the Blinks games. That's how little they care about Blinks. I assume most people are kind of the same. Seems like an interesting kind of, like, 3D platformer, though. That's the one where you can, like, well, like, Blinks 1 and Blinks 2. Those are the games where you can kind of, like, go back and, like, that involve, like, you know, like, time manipulation. You can, like, rewind and fast-forward time. It's an interesting concept for, like, a 3D platformer. And it's kind of interesting to see, like, what would have happened if, I keep saying Nintendo, if Microsoft had kind of kept going in that sort of family-friendly direction. But Switch is more powerful than I don't think it has anything to do with being more powerful. I think it has to do with being, like, a more... That's not necessarily how emulation works. It ultimately has to do with, like, how friendly is the architecture. And like Switch at its core is essentially just Android, which we've been able to port Android to a bunch of different things for years now. First thing you did on Switch was Metroid Dread. Yeah. And like, yeah, like Switch is more powerful than those systems, but you know, like, obviously looking back at context, like, I don't know. I guess that's true. Like, even comparatively, like, it is kind of just a marvel seeing Switch run as well as it does. Like, it is probably the most advanced thing that runs well full speed at this point in time. I mean, like, I don't know, look at, like, Dolphin, too. Like, Dolphin was a Wii emulator that was running pretty well by the time, like, the Wii was kind of well into its lifespan. Dolphin, to this day, still has problems, but, like, you could definitely run AAA games on Dolphin by, like, you know, 2010, 2012. Like, I remember seeing, like, 2008 or 9, you could run Mario Galaxy on Dolphin. And it didn't run, like, full speed, but it ran pretty well, from what I remember. I mean, original Xbox emulate, PS3 emulation is coming along pretty well. Honestly, 360 emulation is better along than it realistically should be. It's not perfect, but like 360 emulation, it is a kind of interesting. I'll say it's kind of a little bit surprising how like PS3 emulation is kind of further along than 360 emulation, because like PS3 is definitely a much more difficult architecture to work with. It always was. Like, even back then, that's why PS3 ports, generally speaking, didn't look as good as 360 ports. It's not that the console was less powerful, on the contrary, it was actually more powerful. But it was just a messier architecture to work with. Hence also why the PS4 was so much more successful, is because they kind of fixed that. Ultimately, I see it like this with emulation. Vote with your wallet is my ultimate thing. Like, if you like what Nintendo is doing, give them money. If you don't, then don't. I'd say, like, for me, like, I will, like, if I'm not interested in the game, I just plain won't buy it. That sends a message like, hey, I don't want this type of game. And if I do like a direction that a company's going in, I will vote with my wallet. Like, yeah. And I kind of, like, as far as, like, emulation goes, if it's something I'm kind of maybe interested in, but I don't feel like pulling the trigger, I like that you can emulate Switch, so I can, like, try a game out before I buy. Like, Sonic Superstars is a game I'm not sure if I'm actually interested in. Definitely not interested in it at the price that Sega's currently offering, but, like, I could, like, emulate the game, and if I like it, then I might pick it up when it goes on sale. We're cooking the fire. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm remembering now. You have to, like... I think you have to... Yeah, you have to like kill the everything. Actually, if I have yeah. Put out the flames, you need jellyfish juice. You can get it from the jellies. Aim for the big sucker. Yeah, okay. So I do need to do that. Because I got the, I did get that, but I didn't save in time. I forgot to save, and it made me do this all over again. I mean, regardless of Switch emulation, like, they got, like, multi-cards and shit for Switch now, or, like, flash cards for Switch now, which is just another kind of insane thing. Like, again, I guess they had multi-cards for Game Boy Advance by this point. Game Boy Advance was just, like, a hotbed for fucking piracy. I have no idea how it got that bad. Oh, yeah, because it had, like, no copy protection. Oh, yeah. I hope I didn't soft lock myself. That would suck. Oh, you got a pair of wireless headphones? Oh, what did I miss? You know what's really magic? Switch emulation on a phone. Yeah, true. We were just talking about that. Also, hello, LCX. Oh, wait. I might have needed to go to bed. That was probably what it was. Maybe? No, probably not. I don't think that actually did anything. There's a way to allow your phone without a headphone jack to connect to wired headphones. Yeah, they have like adapters. Those adapters shouldn't be too expensive. Like, you should be able to get them, like... It sucks that you have to do that. Like, you can blame Apple entirely for just killing the headphone jack. And just everybody kind of following suit as soon as they realized, like, they could realistically get away with it. But yeah, like, at least the adapters aren't super expensive, and personally I like to use wireless headphones, but if you have an issue with that, like, those adapters, they sound just as good as if you were to use actual headphones, at the very least. It's not like you're, like, losing a whole lot by using that adapter. Honestly, wired headphones are just kind of like a it's such an inconvenience to me at this point, because just like so often, like when I'm at work, I like having the wireless headphones and just the freedom to move anywhere while I use them. Yeah, vote with your wallet. You don't want to support removing them? Yeah, but like you can't exactly. Yeah, I guess. Vote is kind of pointless except for personal principle. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, L. Like, I don't know if voting with your wallet will really help in this case. Really, I'd say like the only way you can really vote with your wallet is just buy a phone with a headphone jack, which I think they still do make. You can still get Android phones that have a headphone jack at very least. But obviously, like, you know, if you have an existing phone that doesn't have a headphone jack, that's a whole other thing. Speaking of voting, though, my poll is extremely close. I think just like one vote would tie it up. So if you're really dead set on me playing fighting games this weekend, you know, vote now or forever hold your peace. Because right now it's looking like I might be playing either Saturn games or fighting games on Sunday. So if you're dead set on me playing anything the fuck else, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because so far it's looking like it's gonna be one of those two. Or perhaps both of them. I decided if I do get a tiebreaker, like if it ends up being Saturn and fighting games, I'll play Saturn fighting games. Oh, that's what I need to do. Ketsu's rooting for the Saturn? Alright. If I do end up playing Saturn, y'all got any requests? Your Poco X3 Pro does still have a headphone jack, but it's mid-range quality at best nowadays. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Well, like Samsung never. Well, I remember like even when Samsung had headphone jacks, their quality was shit. They had a really bad DAC in their phones. iPhones actually always had fairly decent DACs. Like certain like older iPhones had better DACs. Like the old original iPods, like the iPod Classics, like the old ones with the click wheels and shit. Those had fantastic DACs. And you can actually get like external DACs too for your phone. So like if you get like a USB-C DAC and plug it into a Samsung phone, you can get like better quality than it otherwise would have been. In fact, like really good quality. Plug in like professional studio monitors in. Fighting games are outside your talent level and patience to play. I don't know if I have the exact same issue with fighting games, but I can relate for a fact, yeah. Okay, I am going to save before I do anything the fuck else. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna go to bed. Then I'm gonna save. I'm not actually sure if it saves your health. Like, you might just get full health after a save point. I'm not sure, though. Whatever Apple had, there was a 3 times cheaper option. Yeah, but, like, I mean, like, those MP3 players sucked. Like, I remember it back in the day, and you can go back in dank pods, and you can just see, like, everything that competed with the iPod was also, it was 3 times cheaper, but you got 3 times worse of a product. Like, the iPod was pretty much the only thing at the time that, like, worked reliably and, like, had a decent interface and wasn't laggy as shit and, like, oh my god. And I can actually confirm, like, I used to own one of those cheap, shitty MP3 players. It was like a Chinese-made thing. I don't remember what the fuck brand it was, but, like, it was, you know, it did. The one plus side of it is that at least it didn't force you to interface with iTunes. You could just drag and drop music onto it. That was like the one real benefit of those cheap Chinese MP3 players. Other than that, it was just super laggy. I guess it played music fine, but, like, the other thing too is, like, Apple usually had more storage. So, like, you'd pay $300 for an iPod Nano, but you'd get, like, 3 times the storage. You'd be getting, like, 2, 4, 8 gigabytes as opposed to, like, 5, 12 megabytes for, like, you know, something that's a fraction of the price. You get what you pay for. And, I mean, like, the iPods with, like, a hard drive in them, they got up to, like, I think 160 gigabytes at some point. Which, I mean, you know, iPhones didn't even get up to that until... Or not even iPhones, Android phones, smartphones in general didn't even get up to that until like well after the iPods and MP3 players were really a thing. Mike Wolf, how are you? You had a Creative Labs MP3 player. Yeah, those were like the only things that were like even remotely comparable to iPods, if I remember. Zunes were pretty cool. Arguably a little bit too ahead of its time because like the Zune kind of predicted music streaming before that really became a thing. Like Zunes were kind of doing like music streaming. Problem is nobody actually wanted that. They just wanted you to you know, people didn't want to stream music, they wanted to own it. That was like a major thing at the time. Ultimately, the market kind of matured to that, but still. During the iPod days, you were using some cheap Chinese MP3 players that basically did this. Yeah, they did the same thing, but it was like a lot more fiddly. I remember those interfaces were super laggy and unresponsive. Your requests are Minpun, Monomaru, and Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones I might already have. They worked reliably. That's my experience. Did I have a bad one? Maybe. Storage wasn't an issue though. 8 gigs was more than enough to hold all the songs you'll need. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, that's what the iPod Nano had. Like, I had an iPod Nano, and I had an iPod Nano. It was like, I don't know, it was... I think by the time I got my iPod Nano, I think I got the 8 gig. I think the 8 gig model was like the baseline model. It was either that or 4 gigs. Either way, it was like more than you could realistically get from the competitors at the time, I believe. I think Zune might have had like a 4 gigabyte option, and that was... Zunes were about the same price though, weren't they? Or like they were like a little bit cheaper. I don't remember, but like, I don't know. The Zune, I actually played with not a full-size Zune, but they had like a Zune Nano, essentially. Like the whatever they called it, I don't remember. It wasn't obviously called a Nano, but it was like the Zune's answer to the iPod Nano. I played around with that. Honestly, it was pretty cool. It used a... Like, the thing I liked about the Zune was it actually didn't use that click wheel, which I never liked the click wheel. It basically... It used a D-pad, but you could also, like, swipe up and down. Sort of like, I'm trying to think of, like, what was comparable to it. It kind of was like, I don't know, it almost felt a little bit like a laptop's trackpad, if that makes sense. Like, you kind of felt like you had a little bit more control over it, other than, like, the iPod's click wheel, which... I never liked the iPod's click wheel. I always thought it was, like, a little bit overly sensitive, so you would, like, scroll to find a song, and it would, like... And you'd find the song, but you'd always, like, end up, like, overshooting it, and, like, you'd have to, like, find the song, and then you'd have to, like, scroll back 2 or 3 songs to actually get the song that you want. Because you'd always overshoot it, because the click wheel was kind of over-sensitive. Which I guess is better than it being under-sensitive, but still. like really any... Was there really anything that was like on par with the iPod though? I don't really remember. Did he start on L? I mean, I think L has a valid point. I mean, like that's what he grew up with. I don't know. At a fraction of the iPod's cost. No bells and whistles, but it just worked. Fair enough, like... I mean, the iPods could also play video if you were into that sort of thing. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have wanted to... Well, I didn't really watch movies. Like, you know, I had a portable DVD player at that time, so that would have been more convenient for me anyway. And even if I did buy movies on iTunes or whatever, I don't think I would want to watch them on a screen that small. But, I mean, you could. That's an option that you were afforded on the iPod and not, like, other things. You know, if you were into that sort of thing. Eventually, they put fucking cameras on those. That would... I wish I would have had, like, the iPod Nano with a camera. Those things were cool. Oh my god, please save. Please recognize that I got this. Okay, good. I think I did play, maybe I didn't play it on stream, but I think I have downloaded Mr. Bones before. If I remember, it's like kind of like it's either like a 2D platformer or a 2.5D platformer. I remember it being pretty interesting looking, though. I would like to see, like... Well, I was gonna say, like, I'd like to see Saturn doing 3D. I have seen that. It's called Nights into Dreams, and it worked, but it was not anywhere near as good as what PlayStation was doing at the time. Again, just because, you know, technically the Saturn was kind of massively inferior to the PlayStation. I always thought Saturn was a very interesting console, though. Like, it's very... There's like a massive library of shit that was just never released over here because Sega didn't know what the fuck they were doing at the time. Like, oh, you know all those games that probably would sell the Saturn? Let's not release them over here. I guess it wasn't really just Sega's fault, it was whoever was translating these games. Like, oh, Symphony of the Night, you know that game that's, like, really big on PlayStation? Yeah, let's release it in Japan, and not in the let's release it in Japan for Saturn, kind of expand it even a little bit, and just not release it in the West. That's a really good idea. Like, come on, like, Symphony of the Night? Like, that would have shifted a couple more units in America, if nothing else, having that on Saturn. I mean, yeah, like, PlayStation probably still would have won out, because, like, Final Fantasy VII kind of changed the game entirely. Like, even in Japan, like, I think the Saturn was actually leading over the PlayStation. It was the best-selling console in Japan, and then when Final Fantasy VII came out, just, like, all bets were off. Like, the Saturn came out, it had, or, the PlayStation had, like, 7, and it was just, like, so much bigger and better than anything else anyone was doing at the time, and they were just like, fuck, we can't compete. And that killed, like, any chance the Saturn had at succeeding. Just making that PlayStation exclusive. I think that's just, like, the ultimate thing, like... Honestly, sleeping on Final Fantasy VII may just go down as the biggest mistake ever in gaming history. Because I think a lot of people kind of did that. Like, they kind of took Final Fantasy VII for granted. Like, Nintendo would have had exclusivity on Final Fantasy VII if they didn't use fucking cartridges. There's a Domino's Hatsune Miku app. Oh my fucking god, yes. Good. I agree. Kind of like the PC engine. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Like, oh, yeah, let's, like, release a whole lot of really good games and then not release them in America. And you had literally fucking a guy named Johnny Turbo making the case, like, hey, let's bring over, like, actual good games. And PC Engine was just like, nah. Let's not bring over Castlevania Rondola of Blood. Why the hell would we do that? That's, you know, nobody wants that. They want, you know, like some, like, anime licensed game where nobody's gonna actually understand what the license is. 3 of your Chinese players could play MP4 format videos? Oh, okay. The first level of, what, Mr. Bones? Okay. But the opening cutscene is pretty entertaining. Yeah, definitely, like, early FMV like that was always pretty cool. Saturn is underrated, true. Like, honestly, like, it wasn't really until I started, like, streaming that I realized, like, the Saturn had any, or wasn't really until, like, I got into, like, Retro Pals, at least, that I realized, like, oh, the Saturn actually does have, like, some worth. You know? Like, I'm kind of just starting to come around to that point on Dreamcast as well. Dreamcast was just weird. I don't think there's, like, a lot of games that I would personally play on Dreamcast, but if I were to get, like, a cheap Dreamcast, I'd pick it up, because, like, you can burn, like, supposedly, like, it's really fucking easy to burn your own games for Dreamcast now. Yeah, it did deserve to fail in the West. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It probably did deserve to fail in the West. Like, they bungled that launch dramatically. You remember looking at the back of the cover of Final Fantasy VII at Walmart, where it says, possibly the best game ever made. Holy shit. I mean, like, you know, you talk to the right people. They might agree with you on that on Final Fantasy VII. Someone traveled to Japan just to get the bottom of that. Yeah, pretty much. Saturn Killer app was Virtua Fighter 2. Yeah, I will definitely be playing Virtua Fighter 2. Which paled in comparison to Tekken 3 PS1. Yeah. You thought I had played Mr. Bones? I can't remember if I did, but I will play it again. Your favorite is 4? I want to play 4 and 6. Actually, I want to check out 5, because nobody ever talks about 5 for whatever reason. Well, I mean, the reason is probably that it didn't release in America initially, but, like, I do remember, like, obviously Final Fantasy 1 is the original one that's kind of dated now. Final Fantasy 2 is the one that almost everybody hates because of, I guess, the job system or whatever. Final Fantasy 3, I think, had a pretty positive reception. Final Fantasy IV, everyone seems to like. Final Fantasy V, nobody talks about at all. Final Fantasy VI, it's either 6 or 7. Like, either you think 6 is the best or you think 7 is the best. It all depends on what kind of story you like, I think. 8 and 9, I think, are just compared to 7, mainly because they run on the same engine. I don't know if anybody actually prefers 8 or 9 to 7. I think it's just like, I feel like the thought is just sort of like, oh, well, 8 and 9, it's 7 again, if you like that. Final Fantasy X, I think a lot of people like, and I don't really know what the critical consensus is for any other Final Fantasy. I think a lot of people like 12. I'm pretty sure, right? Do people like 12? I don't know, I'm still a little bit of a noob when it comes to Final Fantasy. Only one I know for FF6, that is. Yeah. Have you been to my streams before? I feel like I've seen you before, right, Mike Wolf? Should I give Mike Wolf a wrench? Because I feel like he's been to my streams. A friend play it for 2 hours a night for like 6 weeks or something. Yeah. Five used a job system which was reused in Tactics. Oh, okay. Well, I think that's why like people didn't like 2, but if it was reused in Tactics, people liked that. So I guess maybe like by the time 5 came out, they kind of warmed up to the job system. Or did 2 not use a job system? I don't know. Don't fucking listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Karumi is saying FF5 is the best. Or no. That was strange. Like, Mix It Up and OBS, they crashed, but in a different way. Like, the apps literally just, like, quit. Just unexpectedly. Like, they just died. For some reason. Let's see, what was Neo Phantom saying? Never played any game in the FF series, so you don't immediately realize who you were talking. Oh, fair enough. I was asking like LCX. So just to be clear, was FF11 the MMO or was it 12? I can't remember. I took the time to get a drink, by the way. Yep, we're back. Okay. 0x... wait. 0... 10? Was there an FF0? What the fuck? Or FFO? I guess, I don't know. And down, up, simplest imp... Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about... Yeah. And down, simplest... I see what you're talking about. You're talking about... Yeah. Oh my god, I needed refreshments. Let's play some fucking Cave Story. Oh, 11 was the MMO? Okay, I thought so. Maybe I need to try, like, just try out some of the other FF games. I should check out FF16. That's the newest one. I should, see. People seem to really be liking 16. And these are, like, people who haven't really been, like, digging the latest Final Fantasy games lately, so... I think that... Is 16? 16 might be PS5 exclusive, though, so... If I do that, I might need to get a PS5. Unless... It might be available on the PS4? I'm gonna guess no, though, because, like, Final Fantasy usually is, like, the big system pusher. It is, like, one of those big system pusher games, typically. So they might just not release it on, like, older, less powerful hardware. FF12 was so different from previous FF games. And had a weak protagonist. Okay. I'm gonna have to check. I do think I have Final Fantasy 12 loaded up in my PS2 ROM list. So I might need to check out. I might need to check out Final Fantasy 12, if not, like. If not, like, on stream, then on my own time. I might just need to, like, find... I don't know. Wonder if, like, I should try, like, another... I might just need, like, another RPG to play on my own time. I don't know what I want to do. Maybe just play Final Fantasy 3. Or not 3, 6. 3 American. 16 goes back to Western RPG aesthetics. Really? So what? Like so Final Fantasy 16 is kind of more like Skyrim? So it's kind of like open world and more open-ended, as opposed to like a more linear game. Interesting. I mean, they definitely, like, that's the thing I do admire about the Final Fantasy games, though, is they're never really afraid to experiment. Like, I don't even know if, like, has Final Fantasy even really had, like, a back-to-basics game? Like, they never really, like, it doesn't seem like Final Fantasy ever really caves the demand of, like, hey, you like Final Fantasy VII? Well, let's do that again. I mean, well, they quite literally did that with the remake, but you know what I mean? Like, they never had, like, a mainline entry where it's just like, hey, let's go back to basics. Let's do Final Fantasy VII again. They're always kind of, like, experimenting and trying new things, and it, you know, it pisses off classic fans, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes that's the price of innovation. Sometimes you piss off some of the classic fans. I do kind of admire that mentality in a way. Like, old fans be damned, we're gonna try new and creative new things. Hey, Yasuke. 7 is the go. Yeah, I'm sure LCX is going to agree with you on that. So you're recommending I just try Final Fantasy 12? Okay, I'll have to. I think I have that in my PS2 ROM list. If not, I probably should download it.
That's how it is with the Resident Evil series too. Yeah, you're right. Cause like, well, like the last couple have been first person, haven't they? Actually, wait, no. Actually, no. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about the Resident Evil series. I know like 1 and 2 were essentially the same. 3, I don't really know anything about. Was 3 on PS1? No, I think the place. I think like that generation of consoles only had like the first 2, and then like 3 and 4 I think were on the PS2, and then I don't know what happened with Resident Evil 5. And then I think 6 was on the PS3. No, yeah, 6 was on the PS3. 7 was on the PS4. I played a bit of 7 because that was the one that was in VR. I think 7 the most modern one, because after that they went back and like redid all the old ones. Power room, okay. Oh, it's locked. Had a dodge system. Oh wait, hold on. Are we talking? No, we're talking about Resident Evil now. The Resi remake did kind of go back to basics with. Yeah, but again, like remake, like Final Fantasy VII remake. Yeah, it plays nothing like original Final Fantasy VII, but it is kind of just like, you know, Final Fantasy being like, hey, this is fan service. You liked Final Fantasy VII? Well, here's literally that again. Like, the Resi remakes, I assume, are probably like that as well. It's like I assume they don't do, like, fixed camera angles and Jill Sandwich and shit. I assume, like, the Resi remakes are, like, way more serious. One through 3 were on the same engine. They're all PS1. Oh, Resi 3 was on PS1. Okay. 5 is on the PS3 with Chris. Okay. 7 and Village were first person. Yeah, I played 7. I played 7 in VR. That was pretty fun. Code Veronica was a side story. Was Code Veronica the one that I played on stream? I played it... Or was it Survivor? No, I think it was Survivor. That was the one I played on stream. That was like the side one on... That was the side one on PS1. That I think that was first person. It was pretty fun, I think. I think it was pretty fun, but like for whatever reason, I think a lot of people don't tend to like Survivor. I didn't really play Survivor enough to understand why it has any sort of reputation one way or the other. It seemed fine from what I played. Resi 1 was almost... Yeah, true. Resi 1 was almost on GBC. I think I might have even played that demo. If not, if I haven't played the demo of Resi 1 on Game Boy Color, I've definitely seen it multiple times. It's pretty insane. If you've never seen the demo for Resident Evil 1, it's a kind of a technical marvel that they were even able to get it working at all. But also, I'm kind of glad that they didn't. And instead they did, what was the what was the Game Boy Color game they ultimately released? I don't remember what it was, but it was kind of better than... It ultimately kind of worked a little better than, Resident Evil 1 probably would have for Game Boy Color. Kind of just making it like a smaller, less ambitious game. Although still plenty ambitious for Game Boy Color. The Resident Evil game we did get is no slouch. Like, it's not the original Resident Evil, but it's pretty damn impressive for what it is. Putting Silent Evil went in an interesting direction too. When they ported that to Game Boy Advance, I think they just made, actually, you might be interested in this, Elle. I think there's like a Silent Hill visual novel for Game Boy Advance, and that was a launch title. If you've never played that, I mean, you're kind of the visual novel person, so you might be interested in that. Don't ask me what the visual novel is called, though. I'm not able to tell you. Press the button and it didn't react. What? If I have some time, maybe I'll play like a couple minutes of not Resident Evil. Maybe I'll play a couple of minutes of Final Fantasy XII before we like head off. Just as kind of like a special treat. If you all behave in chat, I will play a couple minutes of Final Fantasy XII. Because I'm pretty sure I still have it. If I don't, then I don't know, I'll have to come up with some other treat for you guys. I'll do the LCX Lowly voice. There. That'll be a good treat for you, right? That'll motivate y'all to behave. No, you guys behave. Sometimes. Just because it's a visual novel doesn't mean you'll be interested in it to be on. Yeah, but like, I don't know. You'd probably be more interested in that than regular Silent Hill, I'd imagine, right? Kind of cool that it exists, regardless. I don't know if it's like an interactive visual novel or not. I just know that it exists, and it apparently has a right to exist, presumably. stories like the cave stories like the Narcissu platformers. Explain. I'm gonna put you on the spot, Karumi, and I'm gonna put you on the spot, Karumi, and make you explain to me how in any fucking way that works. Go on, tell me. I'm waiting. What? Nothing? Nothing? You just did it for the Karumi meme? That's what I fucking thought. Peasant. Nah, y'all love my views. It's great, y'all love it. That's what I thought. I love how I've actually read Narcissu, well, I love how I've read Narcissu and I still don't realize that it's pronounced Narcissus, but I love how I've actually read that and I know, and I can now say with 100% accuracy when Karumi is full of shit. It's a good feeling. Like, I always assumed Karumi was full of shit, but now I can say it and say it with authority. Imagine Narcissus 2D platformer starring Setsumi. How would that work? Hey Vinny, how are you? It could work? I guess it could. It would probably just be like Lisa, where it's like a story-driven platformer. Actually, you know what? It would probably just be like Cave Story, where it's just really story-driven, but like without combat of any sort. No, I don't think you could. No, never mind. I don't think you could make a platformer of Narcissus. I don't think you could do that. I don't think there's any way that could realistically work. Like a platformer, because like there would be like no combat or anything like that. That would kind of be counterintuitive to the entirety of just the idea of that. You could do like, I guess you could do like Narcissus Undertale. Maybe that could work. Just like the only way to win is to be pacifist. Would that work? No, but probably would work better than anything y'all could realistically suggest. Found 4 limited run games for $250. One is SK Reflections. Neat. Stop backtracking. Yeah, but like if I don't kill the enemies, they're gonna like home in on me. That's the thing, is like I kind of want to like kill things so I don't have to deal with them later. Probably should read the second Narcissus book. That might be fun to do with L at some point. I would like to know like some of the backstory behind Setsumi, if nothing else. Don't advance until they're dead. Okay. Well, that's what I'm trying, but... I go back to saying, like, the controls are very... I want to say very slippery. Like, there's a bit of... I don't want to say input lag. I feel like it is... I don't think it's input lag. I feel like it's kind of trying to do, like, the Mario Brothers momentum thing. The problem is, I don't even like it when Mario Brothers does it, so... Shoot upward, okay. Kind of blend into the background a little bit too, so that's kind of hard. Just using this weapon. Like, yeah, you can't shoot as high up in the air, but, like, it being considerably more powerful might make up for that fact. get the rocket pack though. There probably will be. Supposedly there was a rocket pack in this game. Oh, save room below at the left? Oh shit, cool.
Treasure chest, and I got missiles. More. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm glad I got that. Wait, you're not talking about this, right? The power room? I need a key. That one's locked. You're not talking about this, are you, El? Because that's locked, I'm pretty sure. Oh, up. Okay. Actually, there's a thing over there now. I'll get to that in a moment. Oh, I see it. What's this? A motorbike. Am I gonna get to ride a motorcycle at some point? Guess I'll need to talk to somebody probably in order to like actually use it. Useless room? Wait. No, never mind. Oh, what the fuck? You can't do that! That is... Good. Good game. I mean, I guess that's my fault, but, like... I would not have expected them to do that. I probably should have. Can I jump on that? I can. Okay. Oh, you want me to do what now? Okay. Wait, I can't escape this room. Oh. Okay, that's how. I can just shoot those and get another shot. Okay. Wait. No, okay. Okay, I think it wants me to do... Oh, wait. No, I can do this. There we go. Hey, life capsule. Good. Actually, let me go back. Because that, like, I probably should have gotten that before I saved. Okay.
You got done streaming Meat Eater. Okay. Some Ease 9? They made 9 of the fucking games? I didn't know they got up to Ease 9. I guess I don't know what they got up to, but I didn't think it was 9. And there are remakes of some as well. Okay. E7 is the only one you finished. I know of like the old ones on like PC Engine and like the old Japanese computers and shit. I don't. Well, no, wasn't there Book of Ease on the DS? I need to play that one. I hear that's like kind of like a good starting point for the series. Just playing the DS ones. Book of Ease is a remake of 1 and 2. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, fair enough. Definitely a better way of doing that than, like, the original, like... What was it on, like, MSX or the PC-88? I think PC-88 is what Ease started on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tales of Arise. I've never even heard of that one. Is that a new one? Oh, wait, I can't go up there. That's right. Isn't that the... Oh, is it a mobile game? Okay. Yes, it's the newest one. It's a super... It's not super new, though. Think last year. You don't know if it's on mobile, but it looks like a full JRPG? Okay. Anime style, turn-based. Yeah, I mean, that just sounds like Tales. Yeah, check it out. I mean, if nothing else, Elle could probably play it on his phone and, like, kind of see what it's like. Could be a fun stream. Perhaps. It might be like Ease where it's action combat, maybe. I don't know. Only Tales game I've played enough to really appreciate is Symphonia. And I think like Symphonia, I just like I like the story, I like the graphics, I like how it's kind of 3D. I like the combat in Symphonia, although I've heard the other Tales games kind of have like a similar style in combat, where it's like kind of like Mana style combat, where it's like technically action RPG, but also kind of done in a very turn-based way, if that makes sense. I didn't know they made a Tales game recently, though. That's pretty cool. If nothing else, I'll have to check out the mobile version, maybe. I had Game Pass, but I got rid of it because I didn't see, like, many games that I thought were all that interesting. Again, I'm just not really a huge Xbox person, so... Tales of games always allow for 200 hit combos? Okay. I do want to play... Like, I want to play Symphonia on stream at some point. That's one I've, like, even in, like, one of my early polls, I had Symphonia as an option, but people didn't vote for it. They voted for Mana. Or, Legend of Mana. we talking about simping? I've just like completely lost the plot of chat. I mean, yeah, it's frowned upon, but I mean, these motherfuckers are still doing it, so. Clearly not frowned upon enough. Wait, am I able to go? Oh, I might be able to make it over there. Wait, no. No, I think I already did that, actually. I think that's where... Isn't that where I got that missile upgrade? Give me a second. Okay. Go to that car in front of the house. It doesn't let me do anything with it. For L to say something else. Did you talk to the NPC at the end of the level? I did not see an NPC.
There we go. The fans aren't running. Someone's cut the power to this area. If you want to get them working again, you'll have to find the power room. Okay, I know where the power room is. Is it gonna let me in there now? Okay. See if it lets me in the power room now. No, it is still locked. You spy something through the crack. Hey! Over here!
You look like a nice young man. Oh god, where is this going? Could you help me out? Could you use your tiny little hands to get into this? Okay, never mind. I'd really like to get out of here. Thanks. Take this. A rusty key? Ah, there we go. I found this on the floor. Go unlock the door with it. There is no keyhole. The door just must be rusted shut. Okay. Then yep, it's the key to the power room. A robot. It doesn't seem to have any power. Well, that seems to be an issue. Bids are off. Walco is on. Set power to on. Yes, please. Power on. Nah, sexy. Oh, fuck. Boss time! Huzzah! Did you know that the wing I found wasn't Sue? That's right! She wasn't! The doctor had a huge fit! Sacked pretty hard. Poor girl. Don't you think? But after all, we can't defy our master. So go with the rule. Anyway, I'm here to break you, Spot. Doctor's orders, of course.
You ready? I'm actually gonna, now that I know there's a boss fight, I'm gonna, oh, okay, I don't need to talk to that NPC at least. I just need to talk to this one. Go straight for the crack on the house. Okay, yeah.
Chat is slightly delayed.
Oh, it's easy to measure by using redeems. I see. Well, the only problem is redeems are kind of delayed as well on top of the chat delay. Like, L will know that, like, redeems typically have, like, about another 5 second or so delay. You're gonna play Cave Story in July? I recommend it. It's definitely a Karumi. I think I think it's a game Karumi would like. Actually, Karumi, you want to play something really fucked? Play Devil Dumper Doris. It's a game. It's like $3 on Steam. It's a Castlevania-like classic Castlevania-like. I think you would like it. It has kind of like an itch.io feel to it. Like, very retro feeling, but like, yeah, I think you'd like that, Karumi, and Elle would absolutely fucking hate it. Oh, you can? Oh, you can shoot those with the... You can shoot those, I think, yeah. Okay, I almost have this, I think. Lowly approved for one thing? Yes, absolutely. You gotta do a mock-up of the L station. Yes. Do it. The L station. The, what kind of games would be on the L station? Would it just be like... I don't know. It would all be like visual novels and lowly dating sims. The L station, honestly, I feel like the L station would probably just end up being like one of those shitty Soldier Boy consoles that like it plays emulators, but like not really. It plays them like shit. Well, first of all, the L station would be entirely touchscreen controlled. Except for one button, a dedicated spank button. Basically, you spank the button in order to have input. Yeah, exactly. They're cheap Chinese consoles rebranded to be Soldier Boy, and those consoles typically kind of were like shit. So, I mean, there are good like Chinese emulation consoles you can get. I mean, L owns a couple of them, but. You're not the only one. The only one what? Hector the Game Collector has a better one. Oh, yeah. Oh, a better, like, Chinese emulation console. Yeah, there's a couple ones I kind of considered. Ultimately, I just got the Steam Deck, because, I mean, like, look at this. I can play, like, PS3 games full speed. I don't think there's any, like... I paid $400 for this thing, and it's worth about $400. To be honest, if it were like $600, I would probably have paid that. Because, like, really, like, the competition for this is, like, a cheap gaming PC, which is gonna be, like, a gaming PC with these kind of specs is probably gonna be about $600-700 anyway. Oh yeah, Castlevania is a pack-in title for the L Station. What's No Error? What's that? And a few other handheld PCs? Ayanio Air. I did not even see that. Nobody mentioned that when I was searching for Steam Deck. Is the Air, is that new? Did that just come out? Because I didn't even see that as an option when I was shopping for Steam Deck. There's also handheld AMD PCs that have better specs than a Steam Deck. Oh, interesting. Well, I guess it's not that new. Okay, would it have been, like, so I guess it would have been out while I was shopping. I didn't, nobody told me about this. I guess I would prefer something that runs Windows, but that's going to be more expensive because you're going to have to pay for the license to Microsoft. Steam Deck, I think part of the reason why it's so cheap is because, you know, it does run Linux. You don't have to pay any sort of licensing to use Linux. It being very famously open source. PC you're using has better specs than a Steam Deck and costs less. Really? What PC do you have? Out of curiosity. Because, like, obviously, like, I'm fine with the Steam Deck. I like a Steam Deck, but actually no, because, like, my issue is that I like having a laptop because, like, I need to be able to move this over to, like... I don't, like... Oh, it's a custom build. Ah, exactly. Yeah, so, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna bother with that. I would 100% fuck that up. Yeah, like, that's the thing is, like, I would be in the market for a new laptop, maybe, because, like, here's the thing, is, like, yes, a desktop would obviously be a massive upgrade, and it would be, and especially if I were to either build it myself or get someone to build it for me, I could probably get some fairly decent specs on the cheap. Problem is I would want a laptop because only problem is I want a laptop because, like, I want to be able to I have to move my laptop a lot. Like, depending on what I'm doing, I'm either, like, hooked up to my TV, or I have to move over to my desk across the room, or, like, sometimes I have to go downstairs if I'm, like, you know, doing something downstairs, whatever. Like, that's the issue, is, like, and like, laptops, typically, you can't, like, actually upgrade a lot of stuff. A lot of the modern ones, all, like, the components, even the RAM nowadays is kind of soldered on. Also, Wolf, don't try to be Karumi. Stick to your own terrible dad jokes. Know your lane. You know, the more I look at this, the more I realize, like, Celeste was, like, overtly inspired by this. Like, it even has, like, a very kind of similar layout and feel, and I guess kind of humor to it, if that makes sense. Yeah, watch where he's falling, true. Like, the only, like, like, only, like, decent laptops I can think of that are, like... Well, I guess there are gaming laptops, but, like, are there gaming laptops that aren't, like, $2,000, like an Alienware? Like, I don't know. Your lane is everywhere? No, the fucking ain't. Your current PC is a Ryzen. Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about any of that. I don't know what any of those specs mean. I used to kind of be, like, into techie stuff like that, but even then I was just like, I don't know what any of these graphic cards mean. Don't I have like an inventory screen where I can like, oh, I... Can I upgrade?
ID card. Okay, I don't think I have. Yeah. Yeah, never mind. orange. Yeah. Most of my missiles actually hit that time. That could have been a decent run if I didn't suck. Head is loaded. Oh.
Did we do it?
What are you?
Yay! We did it! GG, clap hands. Thank you. Thank you for the GGs. I preempted it by saying GG clap hands. I meant like saying GG clap hands.
What? Oh! I see. I see what the pedal is. There we go. What time is it? Good, I saved, yes. 11:40. Nah, it's probably a good idea. I should probably stop here. I kind of want to keep going, but I probably should stop here. It's getting kind of late. Anyway, let's see. Are there? Is there anybody streaming now? Oh my god, Brave just crashed apparently. Everything on my PC must have just crashed at some point. That's really fucking cool. I don't know. I'm just not gonna bother with it. I guess I could still raid. Just yeah, I'm not gonna share the screen. Alkin. What is Alkin playing? Yellowstone the game. Apparently they made a game based off of Yellowstone? Okay. The Netflix show, presumably? Let's see how it is. They are bringing licensed games back, with I thought the era of the jank licensed game was over, but I mean, look at shit like King Kong and, what was the other one? Gollum. That was the other, really big one last year. Other really infamous one, rather. Anyways, go raid Alkin. Let's see, Thursday I'm going to be doing more Persona 3 Reload. Sunday I'm going to do L Talks in the morning. And then at night I will be doing Rampori. Guys, the poll is really, really close. I'm actually going to check that right now. What is the poll at? Was it 11 votes? It is now at 12 votes. Okay. Guys, we are officially tied right now. Really close poll between fighting games and Sega Saturn games. Both have 33%. In third place is NES Famicom games with 17%. And then tied for fourth and fifth place are DOS games and Super Nintendo Super Famicom games. Guys. Hey, Arcade Pilot. Hey, you just missed it. Oh, is it just Red Dead Redemption? Okay. You can swing the pull in your favor.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, definitely. If you guys have not voted yet, please do so. Currently, like I said, the results are tied between fighting games or Sega Saturn games. I keep hearing certain people say that voting doesn't matter. One vote is not going to change the outcome of an election. I mean, the votes are tied. One vote will literally change the outcome of an election. I mean, unless, your one vote is for one of the other three that isn't tied. But, yeah, it's definitely going to be either fighting games or Saturn games. Either way, I mean, like, honestly, if it ends up continuing to be tied between fighting games and Saturn games, I think I might just have it be Sega Saturn fighting games, because there's so many classic fighting games on Saturn, aren't there? Like, obviously there's Virtua Fighter and what else was there? Like several Japanese ones that I've never even heard of. What was the really big one though? It was not Panzer Dragoon. What was the other? There was like a really big fighting game that everybody talks about on Saturday. I don't remember. It may not be relevant because fighting games may not win. Anyway, yeah. So definitely Rompery is going to be a very contested one, and either way, I feel going to be a very good stream. Next Tuesday will, of course, be more cave stories. So anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching.
Yeah, it was mostly a 2D system. Golden Axe oh yeah, that's true. There was a Golden Axe fighting game. There was also Street Fighter the movie, the game. You want to get into like bad fighting games. In an election where millions, it doesn't count. Well, anyway. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Thank you, LCX, Arcade Pilot, Ketsu, Mike. What was his name? Mike Wolf. That's it. Thank you, Karumi. Thank you, Neo Phantom, Retro Gamer Yasuke, Vinny, and Wolfpack. Everybody, thank you guys so very much for watching. Good night. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye, everyone.